Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of the All We Do Is Talk podcast. We're here with a big time Thursday night football game predictions. I'm here with Moody and Isaiah. How we doing today, guys?
What's good? What's good?
Doing great, man. We're getting all Thursday night game with some actual implications. That's going to be exciting to watch and have a playoff feel.
Technically, two playoff teams that are in the hunt were playing last week.
Yeah.
So let's get these predictions going. We have Kansas City heading to LA. Kansas City -3, over under 51.5.
I'm going to stick to my philosophy that I've kept with throughout, and that's I don't think the Chargers are good enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs twice. The Chargers have been like the Bengals. They've been pretty up and down in terms of how they performed. One week they look fantastic. The next week they look like a regular football team. You expect they're getting Keenan Allen back, so you expect passing offense to just look that much better with Justin Herbert and LAC. You think he'll be able to perform, but the Chiefs defense has been really, really good recently, and they just lost Rashawn Slater to the COVID protocols, but the Chiefs also lost Chris Jones to the COVID protocol, so both sides are dealing with some problems there. I think the Chiefs are going to be more motivated to win the game. I think they'll be more desperate to win the game because they've had a first game went earlier when they were struggling. I expect the Chiefs to cover here. I think they're the better football team. I think they have the better quarterback. And I think the way their defense is playing gives me hope that they'll be, especially with Slater. I think Slater being out is huge. I think they'll be able to get after Justin Herbert, get some pass rush, and be able to play coverage in the secondary to slow down his big time down the field passing attack with that gigantic arm. And for the other side, it looked like the Chiefs kind of discovered some run game. And the Chargers are still struggling to contain running backs, and they're going to play that too high look because you have to against Kansas City. And if Kansas City does what they did last week against the Vegas Raiders and let Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Darrell Williams eat and force teams to play you differently so you can hit those explosive plays over the top, the Chiefs should get the job done here. So I'll take Kansas City to cover, and I'll take the under.
My thought process is Kansas City's either going to come in here and steamroll them, or Kansas City's going to come in here and lay an egg. I believe the Chargers are better than Kansas City. Both teams have shown me things that scare me. Kansas City's been playing better more recently. Chargers have been up and down a lot for the last month. And I'm just we really don't know. A lot of COVID stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Asante Samuels was in the concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Derwin James missed last week. I don't really know. We won't know who's playing until game time probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to rock with LAC. I think their cover 2 shell look is very good for the matchup against Kansas City.
And it's what they do.
And I also believe they'll throw some other, little changes in there, little sneaky attacks to get Kansas City's offense off-putting. And they're going to force Kansas City to be disciplined. And we'll see. It's been a while since we actually seen a team force Kansas City to be disciplined. And we know they still got bad turnovers in them. And I also say I'm going to put the game, my X factor will be Mr. Joey Bosa. If he can control the game and have one of those defensive player of the year type of games that we've seen.
Donald, the Michael Parsons, like you just
Myles Garrett
me today.
I believe he can have one of those games against this offensive line, which kind of struggles to pass protect. So we'll see. I'll take Chargers, and I'll take the over because there ain't no way I can take the under. I just can't, even if it's Thursday night.
Well, I'm taking the under because
it's Thursday night. That's why I take it.
Because it's Thursday night and Kansas City's defense has been holding teams to lower totals. So I'm going to take the under, and I'm going to take Kansas City. I think this is one of those matchups to where I don't think either one of these teams beats the other team twice in a season. Kansas City is going to be fired up to try to make a bigger spread of the division. So I'll take Kansas City and the under.
And one last thing I will say, like last week when I said I thought the Rams would lose and then have to beat the Cardinals in the third game, I believe the Chargers will win this game. But if they have to play each other in the playoffs, Kansas City will get their win back there.
That'd be disappointing.
Beat a great team 3 times.
They don't.
All right, anything else? All right, y'all enjoy the game.